Hi Taylor, here's my video on making El Ruderai. First thing that you need to know is the yogurt makers, either a yogurt maker, a commercial one, or an Instant Pot. If you're going to use one of your parents' Instant Pots, you need to know a little bit about them. This one's the best one that I have. Has a sous vide function. That allows you, when you press it, to set any temperature that you want, and also to set the time. So for El Ruderai, I'm using 36 degrees and 36 hours, which I have a temperature probe in here. Actually gives a temperature of 38.5. So they're all a little bit different, but if you set it to 36, you should be okay. This one has water in it, set about halfway up, and that converts actually to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is perfect for El Ruderai. The other yogurt maker I have, or Instant Pot, is this one, and it actually has a button called yogurt. No sous vide function. When you press the yogurt button, it gives you the amount of time. You can set it 36 hours. So of course, there's no control over the temperature on this one. That yogurt temperature actually has different temperatures that you can set. There's less, there's normal, and there's boil. Boil is to pasteurize the milk. Less yields about 95 degrees Fahrenheit, and normal yields 106 degrees Fahrenheit. We want 100, and I find if you don't put water in it and you just put the jars right into the yogurt, or into the Instant Pot, so they're sitting on the bottom, then you'll get your 100 degrees from this type of Instant Pot. The other type of Instant Pot is this one here, and it doesn't have a yogurt function or a sous vide function. If you're using this Instant Pot, you will not be able to make yogurt with it. Now you also need something to put the yogurt in. I use wide mouth mason jars. Don't get the narrow mouth, wide mouth. You can get them at Safeway, Walmart. You can get 12 for about 20 bucks. 500 milliliters each. You can get 4 of these in an Instant Pot. The small lids that just sit on top, you put it like that when you're making the yogurt, and then when you're done, you have the screw-on part that holds it down when it's in the fridge. Other things you'll need: 2-cup measuring cup, a bowl to mix it in, a whisk, a 1 tablespoon measuring spoon, your starter yogurt. If you're going to make 4 500 mils, you need 2 liters of half and half, 10%. This is Island Farms. I'm sure you can get that. This came from Costco. And then you need this inulin, which you can order from Amazon. When you're making with the yogurt starter, you use 1 tablespoon of inulin. Pour in a small amount of the half and half, and then mix the inulin up. This is a step that I think a lot of people get wrong. They don't mix it well enough. You'll notice that it kind of clings and becomes like a jelly, especially if you're doing another batch and it's already wet in the bowl. You really have to mix this up. Okay, so I spent about a minute mixing that up till I don't see anything, clinging to the whisk, and I know that it's completely dissolved. Then I'm going to take a tablespoon of the starter yogurt. I may have said a tablespoon. I should have said 2 tablespoons. So just 2, good scoops will be enough. And mix that in as well. And that's not as hard to mix. But make sure it's all broken down. And then if you want to not waste any and just have the right amount, you already have some in there with the yogurt, etc. We're going to need 4 cups altogether. I use 1 3/4. And another 1 3/4. So there'll be a little bit left. Set this aside. Mix it up again really good. Okay, so I mixed that for about a minute or so. And then you can pour it into the measuring cup. And then into the jars. Leave a small amount of room at the top. You'll find that was just about perfect. On go the lids, and then transfer it to the Instapot. So if you're putting it into the Instapot with water, you need a little standoff here that holds it off of the bottom so that only the water is heating it and not the heating element on the bottom. And just place them in like so. Get over there a bit. Make sure they're nice and level. And then I'll do them other two. And that's it. 36 hours from now, put them in the fridge, and you got to wait till they cool down before you can eat them. If you have any questions, just let me know.